Hola, from the west side. It is me, DC, the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you guys had a great day. I had a good day. That first day back after, an extended weekend is always a little rough, but I made it through. I made it through the day. But I don't know who saw my post on my community tab earlier today. But earlier today, I put up a post in regards to the new debit card that a Black-owned bank has put out, and it has Harriet Tubman on it, and she appears to be doing the Wakanda sign from the movie Wakanda. So, there's been, numerous write-ups about this, and there's been a lot of backlash in the Black community. And so, being as in my life outside of YouTube, I work in the banking industry, so to speak, and have worked for some banks. How I felt about this. I decided to talk about how I felt about it. To me, it's kind of comical, and it makes Harriet Tubman not appear to be, someone, historically serious. It's, I don't know what they meant. The arms up in front of her to me, but
I told you to put the damn plate up.
But I know what it looks like to a lot of people, and looks like the Wakanda sign, and I don't know if it was supposed to be something else. I in my head, I'm trying to think, who did they do a focus group with on this, or did they not do a focus group before they just put this out? I mean, really think about it. It looks silly. Hey, how are you, Inspiration? It looks silly, and the surprising thing is that it was done by a Black-owned bank. And y'all know, I'm in my head thinking, what were they thinking? What could they have possibly been thinking? I've been looking around, the internet to see if anywhere it's saying what Bank United meant when they did this, you guys. I mean, did it not occur to them that most people would see that as being the sign for a fictitious country on the continent of Africa, rather than whatever it was that they meant it to be. You know, because I just I can't believe that somebody at this financial institution really wanted that to be the Wakanda sign. No, that cannot be it, you guys. They couldn't have possibly wanted it to be the Wakanda sign. I mean, did they think about how this would look to the non-Black media and to the Black media and to other financial institutions that are not Black owned? I'm like, you know, me, because the car's receiving the backlash because it looks like the Wakanda Forever position to most of us. And I'm looking for something. Now, when you go to their website, you know, they still have that thing up there where I guess you can sign up for this card. You know, let me see if I can. I'm looking to see if I can even pull it up still, because I pulled it up earlier today, y'all. I'm telling you, I was so disheartened. I was so disheartened. Yeah, if you go to their bank site, what it says, and this, for anyone who needs to find this information, please go to oneunited.com/Harriet Tubman. Okay? This is on the official website for One United Bank. And it says, introducing the Harriet Tubman card. Let's celebrate Harriet Tubman in 2020. Harriet Tubman not only escaped slavery, she made 19 missions to bring 300 others, including family and friends, to freedom. Hey, Matt, how are you? I am currently reading to you guys what it says on the One United Bank website in regards to the Harriet Tubman card. Let's see, where was I? Oh. She made 19 trips to bring 300 others, including family and friends, to freedom, served in the Union Army, and was an activist for women's voting rights. With her impact on American history, she deserves to be on the $20 bill. Okay. Well, we all know why that didn't happen. The Harriet Tubman Visa debit card is the first limited edition card offered by One United Bank. The limited edition card will only be available in 2020. Anyone who obtains the limited edition Harriet Tubman card in 2020 can carry the card design for life. Okay. So are we all getting ready to run out and get this Harriet Tubman Visa debit card from One United Bank? I don't know if it was Trump. I think nobody liked the picture that they chose of Harriet Tubman to put on the $20 bill. Like they couldn't do something that was, I don't know. Hey, Tutu Bang Bang. So this Harriet Tubman Visa debit card from One United Bank is going to be only available this year. Thank God. It's limited edition, but if you get it, you get to have it for life. You get to keep that design. I don't know if they did this to, get people to go start banking at One United Bank. Now, I happen to live in a part of the country where there is some One United Banks. And I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I'm not going out and getting that Visa card, y'all. It's not making me want to go open up an account at their bank. And I'm still waiting for them to explain that design. Who is your marketing department at your bank? Who in a Black-owned bank doesn't understand sensitivity, racial sensitivity? You guys, oh yeah, I was in a couple of chats today. There's a bunch of stuff going on in the beef sector. It is One United. Let's see, wait a minute. Let me make sure I give you guys. Yeah, One United Bank. It's the Black-owned bank. They have over 30,000 ATMs. But they have locations in California. Because I know somebody used to work for that bank. Just looking to see what you guys said. Yeah. Yeah, they're all over where I am. Of course. I live in a black area. I live in a black area, or predominantly. It's actually predominantly black and brown. Is it someone I know? Tutu Thing? I'm wondering if, because it's been a bunch of stuff floating around today, so. I've just tried to stay away from it. I try to stay in my zen. Try to stay in my zen place, I do. But it's a lot of foolery going on. A lot of foolery. Yeah. That's what I thought. Probably the same thing I heard. You float around these YouTube streets, people are just, as long as they stay online with the stuff and we don't go into the doxing situations that keep seeming to happen, you know? So, I try to keep, my chats neutral, but I mean, I support some of the channels that are involved in some of the things that are going on. I mean, the content creators, and some of them have been pulled into stuff unwillingly, so with everything that is said on YouTube, in these YouTube streets, always consider the source. David is good. He went upstairs. He may come back down, but he needs an attitude adjustment right now, so he's probably going to stay upstairs. He's having one of those attitudes right now. The 20-something attitudes. So, but yeah, with this new card, it saddens me that we really haven't heard anything from Bank One in regards to it. I mean, One United. I don't know why I'm saying it wrong. One United. That's disparaging. And then you go to their website and it looks like they're proud of what they put out. I'm just thinking that they had to have meant that those hands in front of her were supposed to mean something else. Maybe it was supposed to mean freedom, y'all. Maybe it had to do with, not having chains on her, Maybe that's what it was. I'm trying to give them something. I'm trying to give them something, y'all. But it looks like some buffoonery, y'all. And, I don't use the C word very often, but it looks like this daggone bank is cooning. Like, what are y'all doing? Explain yourself. It's all over the media. And you don't see nothing. I have not found a response from it. If there's a response from them, it's buried right now. So I'm going to do some more research and see if I can find it. But at this particular point, I see nothing. And if I were them, I'd change that. Maybe that's people putting up their fist. The Black Power sign. Maybe it was supposed to be people putting up the Black Power sign. Maybe that's what it was. I'm trying to understand. I'm honestly trying to understand. But it's great. Yeah. Feel free to look on my community tab. I put it up there for you. Feel free. I mean, it's some straight foolery. And I mean, I'm sorry. So we want to be taken seriously as a Black-owned bank. Okay? We want you to be taken seriously. But this is what you put out in honor of Harriet Tubman? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? how are you going to... Somebody had to have seen that looked like Wakanda, the Wakanda sign, y'all. Somebody had to have seen that. It couldn't have just been all of us as soon as we saw it. Somebody saw it. And they let that foolishness just go on through. It must have been either somebody who was about to retire or somebody who was already looking to be someplace else. An agent in their organization that talk somebody into putting that foolishness out. I'm telling you, somebody talked somebody into that. How out of touch can you possibly be? Did they think that was going to make them look hip or woke? You don't look woke when it's a fictional, country to a comic book character. Let's be real about it, okay? That's what has us so offended, is that it looks like she's putting up the signs for a fictional country, for a fictional character that only exists up on the big screen and in between the pages of a comic book. How many of y'all laughed when y'all saw that? Because you couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. You could not believe that they had actually done that. Neither could I. Neither could I. It's some straight. Hey, DLD. I still have, it's paused right now. But when I finish this, I'll be back on playlist duty. Speaking of watch hours, I am 400 watch hours from my goal of the halfway point. I'm 400 watch hours from my goal of 2,000 watch hours by the end of this month. So I need 400 more watch hours, which means I need somebody to run all my stuff. So I'm going to be looking around for playlist buddies because, of course, I will run someone else's playlist because I can do that. But yeah, I only have 400 more hours because I finally, stopped being lazy and went to YouTube Studios actually on my computer instead of on my phone, with the minutes, so I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm like at 1,600 watch hours. So I need 400 more watch hours to get to 2,000, which will be huge for me because then the 4,000 won't seem so far away. It'll start to seem more obtainable. But I'm pushing y'all, I'm pushing because I really want to get to that 4,000 watch hours. But right now, my goal is to 2,000 watch hours, which I'm working on. I'm working on it. I got 400 more to go. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good, y'all. Oh, okay. I'll email it to you. Yeah, I'll email it to you because you know it's my government stuff. Yeah, my Cash App is my YouTube stuff. I will. Because I got to send something to Darren too. I got to send him the picture. Yeah. I'll send it to you. But yeah, you guys, I'm really excited. And I'm so excited that I'm seeing more, of the channels that I'm connected to, getting to their hours and everything. Even if it's not me, I'm excited, because as I see them, I see me getting there, and, so I'm just going to continue to try to put out, good, content in my vlogs and have fun in my live streams with y'all. Even if I have the boring, music that's always like the same type of music, but I won't get a copyright strike. I won't have to redo my live streams. I won't have to mute my live streams. So I'd rather do this, and then maybe I can convince my goddaughter to make me some more beats. Yeah, YouTube is full of hackers. People are getting, you guys, I don't know. I've heard a few people have lost some of their watch hours and they've lost some of their subs. I lose a few subs here and there, but I haven't been really losing watch hours. I've been gaining watch hours like I should be. And it may be because, again, although I've had a channel for, years, I only started doing content in August. So the 1,600 watch hours that I have are since August. So wait 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Because something started back up and we don't want to have no sounds in the background other than what I want y'all to hear. I don't want y'all to be hearing other people's content. But yeah, no. But there's been a few channels that have gotten hacked too, as well. Like, I know that not this week, but last week, I know the Postal Studios put out a thing about being hacked, and they were working with YouTube on it because they are a bigger channel. But I know of other channels that are smaller that were family channels, like one of the family channels that I'm friends with, that got hacked and they were monetized and they've had to start all over, and YouTube ain't help them because they weren't big enough, I guess. Yeah, it's been since August. So, that's why I'm like pushing, because I don't want to lose no hours. So I have to, so in my head, that means I need to be done. I want to be monetized before VidCon. You feel what I'm saying? So that means before the summer, I want to have gotten my 4,000 watch hours, and be monetized, because the good thing for me is that VidCon is here in California. So, I'm in my head, I'm planning on going. planning on going at least to something, you know. But DLD, we are on the we getting you monetized. I'm pushing to get myself to the point where I'm going to get monetized. You already have the watch hours. You just have to, you know, put yourself in there for reviewing stuff. Oh, wow. See, that's why I got a Mac. Mac, that's why I have a Mac. And you know what? Somebody sent me something on Instagram. And I don't know what it was. It was another YouTuber. But whatever it was, my phone said it had a virus on it. So I didn't open it. And I meant to tell the YouTuber, but I haven't had a chance to. I think I'm just going to send him a message on Instagram and tell him that whatever that was he sent me has a virus on it. And I have an iPhone, so I'm not letting no viruses into my phone. You know, people say what they want, you know, about the Macs. You know, some people think they're not user friendly. You know, I use both. Okay, I use a Mac and I use a PC, and I can flip back between the two. Probably because I'm a southpaw, and you know, we think with both sides of our brain, so not an issue, you know. But that's horrible. You know, what kind of firewall did you have up? See, I have like firewalls on the computer, on my home computer, and on obviously my work computer at home. Then, you know, I don't, like on certain things, I don't operate wirelessly. I'm booted into the system. And I change my password to my router on a regular basis. Wow. Yeah, well, I've put out enough personal information on my channel, you know, but nothing for them to find. You know, I mean, literally, if you look at things in some of my vlogs, I mean, I told you guys where I went to school. You know, I even have a vlog that's at one of the reunions. You know, and you know, but I'm not, you know, hiding. You know, I don't have no scandals or anything, so to speak. So it is. I'm on here talking about autism, and my son is an adult with autism. And if someone wants to be a lowlife and try to bring him into something, then I promise you, you'll see another side of me. I promise you, you will. But in the meantime, I'm going to stay in my little Zen zone. Yeah, that part. You know, but, you know, people trolling the chats and stuff, and all the little beefs and stuff that go on YouTube is just silly to me. But I hate that a lot of people get pulled into stuff and then their names are slandered. Hey, Terry. yeah, so, you know, I'm waiting to see what, first of all, what that bank is going to say in regards to that card. And those who have just come in, you know, you can, after I upload the video later, you can listen to the beginning of the video of this live stream, because I actually read what the Bank One Bank United site says. I'm gonna get it right. The Bank United site says in regards to it, and I actually told people where their site is so that they can go there to see the information for themselves. It's a limited edition card, only available 2020. Gotta go out there and get it if you want it. You know, but you know, my basic questions are: who the heck is their marketing? Apparently they didn't do a focus group, and if they did do a focus group, who was their focus group? Because it wasn't Black people. It wasn't Black people. It couldn't have been. And if it was Black people, who were these Black people that thought this was going to be okay? You know, somebody had to have told these this bank that this was going to offend a certain segment of the population who kind of hold Harriet Tubman in high esteem. You know, I mean, you're a freaking banking institution and you want to be taken seriously, and you put out this trash. So I don't know if it's supposed to be, you know, Black Power fists that are being reached out towards Harriet, or if it's supposed to be her fist showing that she's free, or if it's really somebody's putting the Wakanda symbol on there. You know, the smart thing for them to do would be to say that that was a mistake. And that's not going to be on the cards. And then my other question is, does anybody actually have this debit card yet? You know, did anybody get it? You know, because if you get it, you can use that design for the rest of your life for your debit card. Woo! That's an enticement for me to go get my bank account over there. It really is. I can't, y'all. This is Black folk doing this stuff. It's a Black-owned bank, and there are, Black banking executives. So I wonder who's running their marketing department, because this is marketing's fault. This is marketing's fault, y'all. Because who thought this was good branding? Hey, Tatted Hearts. Who thought that this was good branding for a Black-owned bank to put out a debit card that has to be explained clearly? It's got to be explained. They need to explain it. Because they didn't mean that to be the Wakanda sign. I know that's not what they meant it to be. I know that's not what they meant it to be. Couldn't possibly be what they meant it to be. Terry, I was talking about Bank United. One United Bank. Yeah, they're the Harriet Tubman card, debit card. That's what I was talking about. And then I went on to other things, but I circled back to it because it's such foolery. It's just foolery. And it appears to be some Conan kind of stuff to me. I'm like, what is going on? You want a credit card with Ariana Grande on it? You love Ariana Grande. But, you know, I mean, y'all, it's just a bad look. It's a bad look that a Black-owned bank did this. I don't care what they meant it to be. It's what our perception is. And, you know, perception is reality. We perceive it to be the Wakanda sign. So we are offended. Now, you can tell me it's something else, but am I going to see it as something else? No, I'm going to still see the Wakanda sign. Y'all see, I tried to make it something else, and it goes back to that Wakanda sign. So, yeah. It is disrespectful. That's why I'm wondering who in the marketing department came up with that. Where was the focus group? There should have been a focus group. And shame on them if they didn't do a focus group, if they were too cheap to do a focus group for something as serious as this. I'm like, come on. We had a problem with a non-American Black actress playing Harriet Tubman in a movie. And then you do this foolishness? Okay. All right. This is how you're going to play us. That's what I want to know too, Terry. I want to know. I want to know who did it, who thought this was brilliant, who didn't, who, you know, ignored the person who told them it looked like the Wakanda sign. I want to know who that person was, because you know somebody told them that it looked like the Wakanda sign. Somebody told them that this might offend people, and they did not take that direction. And if they sent it to an outside marketing team, shame on them. Because if you send it outside, that means you sent it to non-Black. And that might be what the problem is. That might be what the problem is. You know, I mean, like I said, I have friends who have worked at this bank in the past, you know, like I'd say after The Big Short. So they've worked there after 2009. So in the last 10 years. Yeah. And I don't know, because, you know, talking to people who have worked for this particular bank, you know, they haven't all said glowing things about them, other than it's Black owned. So, you know, I don't know what they're doing over there, y'all. I don't know what they're doing over there. But if that was trying to get more customers, I can imagine that it's probably some people who are going to change their bank. Because we do not expect this kind of foolishness. It's offensive. Ooh, especially to those of us over a certain age. Yes. Now, I liked Wakanda, just like everybody else. I like that movie. Love the fact that there was, a black presence within, the Comic-Con atmosphere. But we all know that Wakanda doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. So you're not gonna mix up fantasy history with real black history. So I'm gonna say that those are black power fists that were just crossed, and somebody didn't think about the fact that they shouldn't be crossed. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what it had to be. That's what it had to have been, y'all. Because I know no black person let that thing go through with some Wakanda fists. I'm laughing, y'all, because it's so foolish. It's not funny, but I'm laughing because it's so foolish. Just the thought that somebody let this go through. They're not going to live this down for a minute. We're going to all remember that it was the black bank that did this. More importantly, non-black people are going to remember that the black bank did this. Hey, Darren. You banked there, Darren? Man, are you disappointed in their marketing department? I'm like, yeah, they have them here in Los Angeles too. I know people who have actually worked for the bank. But, they worked in their lending department, and they needed to get it together on that as far as the lending department. I can't speak on the other parts, but, this is the banking side, and this just looks ludicrous to me. Exactly, Terry. And that's what we have a problem with. You don't do that. Yes, black people, we love Wakanda. We love Black Panther. But we are aware that it is fiction. And it does not belong with our own history. It is making a mockery of Harriet Tubman. Do they not see this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Darren. Because I've worked in the banking industry, my entire career, y'all. But it's primarily in, residential lending. And so the people that I know that worked for them worked in their residential lending department, obviously here in California, but they weren't just doing lending in California because, they were doing lending all over the country because, that's the way they do it. And they were just, it was like they didn't know what the heck they were doing. That's all I'm going to say. They did not know what they were doing. And it was because the people who they had in charge, they did not have the proper people in charge. I do not know if they actually fixed that fact. But it's one of the reasons why I never thought about working for them. Because I'm not coming in there to be your fix-it man. You know what I mean? Not doing it. See? Woo! Horrible customer service. Horrible customer service. I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll come up with a response. They need to correct that design. They do need to correct that design. And if anybody's gotten that design, they need to issue them the corrected design. Just, yeah. Horrible that they let that go through. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, y'all, what we gonna do about Wendy Williams? What we gonna do about Wendy? What are we gonna do about Miss Wendy Williams and her mouth? So I'm sure we've all either we actually heard it when it happened or heard about the distasteful joke that she made about Drew Carey's former fiance who was murdered by another ex-boyfriend who was a stalker. So, the man threw this woman off of a balcony to her death. Her balcony, he threw her off of. And Wendy made a distasteful joke in regards to it. So she's getting a lot of backlash in regards to it. I'm not going to repeat the joke because it was distasteful. But, this is like the second time within a week that Wendy's stuck her foot in her mouth, so to speak. You can feel how you feel, just don't say it out loud. Because, like, last week, she was having to apologize to the drag queen community. For offending them, talking about no man could be, a better woman than a real woman, and whatever she said. So well, yeah, I mean on the dresses, but it's not what she said, Matt. It was just how she said it. And it seemed real personal. I don't know who she was talking to, but it seemed real personal when she made that comment. That one seemed personal. But the one in regards to the young lady who was murdered, you know, that was just out of line. I mean, you know what? It's always too soon to make a joke about somebody who died and was murdered. It's always too soon. It's my feeling. And the crazy thing is that this woman had a restraining order on him, but was unable to get another restraining order on him. And she was terrified, and rightly so. You know, I mean, how this man got into her apartment is just scary. And he's one of them, if I can't have you, nobody can have you type of guys. Just insane. That's what I'm saying. It's never funny. It's never funny. It's never okay to joke about it. That's why I said it's always too soon. It's always too soon to joke about that. I mean, fatal attraction is what happened to this woman. I mean, because I think this is somebody she dated like over 10 years ago. And he's been a stalker. I mean, since then, between that time, she's been engaged to marry Drew Carey, and you know, and Drew had nothing but good things to say about the lady. And I believe she was like a sex therapist or a relationship therapist, something like that. Yeah. So Wendy was out of line. Point blank. She was out of line. And I don't know what she better get it together or just shut up. Just be quiet. Don't say anything. If you don't know what to say nothing. You know? Because she's not doing a good job right now, y'all. I mean, no sensitivity. I'm like, what kind of demon are you that you would say something crazy like that? Woo. I'm like, kind of spirits are on her that she would even say that, y'all. I'm serious. Yeah, well, you know what? Let me just say this. We've given you all the sympathy that we're going to give you. Your divorce is final with Kevin. That's over. So now we're back to looking at you with the side eye when you go too far, Wendy. She don't have nobody pull her in. It's like the Wild Wild West over at the Wendy Williams Productions. You know? So it's the Wild Wild West over there. You know, maybe she needs to find. Y'all, I was about to say something wrong. I was about to say something wrong, y'all. I just know Wendy is not that far behind me in age. You know, maybe maybe she not getting none. Y'all know. Maybe she needs to find some. I know Wendy is not every man's cup of tea. Because she done stuff to her body and whatnot. But maybe she needs to find somebody to get up under y'all. So she can have some business of her own again. Because her sensitivity check is way off. Way off. Way off. Wendy Williams is dead wrong in her commentary in regards to that. And heck, I thought that, at least she and, Drew Carey were acquaintances. Oh, stop dragging Wendy. Man. I like Wendy, but I'm going to call her out on her stuff. Okay? You can't be doing all this stuff. I don't know. Maybe she's a little still bitter about, how things ended with her and Kelvin, but she's still rich. She can find a man or a boy toy. Because all them friends that she be hanging out with, well, be some lonely nights. And do y'all notice that she's when she's on her show, she's always talking about going out to dinner at crazy hours of the night, like around midnight? Have a life much? So in the middle of the night, she's dragging people out because she's lonely? I don't know. Yeah, I just think she crossed the line too thing. That's what I think. I mean, like I said, I normally like Wendy. And yes, I did sympathize for her when she went through all this stuff with her ex-husband. But we all know she knew that other chick was around, okay? It just hit the boiling point for her when this chick had a baby. Yeah, that was her. She couldn't handle it no more. And she fell off the wagon, so to speak, and was doing everything, But we'll see what happens with her going forward. We'll see if she learns how to keep her foot out of her freaking mouth, because, even though that's her show, y'all know that she is not, that the network is still in charge. And we know who runs the network. We know who runs the network. You wrong, Matt. You are wrong, Matt. She does need to leave some of these folk alone. She do. She just needs to keep it to herself. But we shall see. I'm gonna do some scouring to see if I can find any response from Bank from Bank United or One United. Why can't I say the name of that bank right? I don't know. Why do I want to say Bank United? Yes, that is the name. Okay, I got it right. See y'all, I'm sleepy. All right, I'm gonna come on camera because we're about to wrap this up. About to wrap this up now. So let me come on. Hey everybody. Thank you guys for coming. So I will be back on tonight. DOD, I owe you an email, and Darren, I owe you an email. So I will email both of you guys tomorrow during the day. But thank everybody for coming out. Thank you guys for listening to me talk about this, Bank United thing and kind of give my opinion on it. I appreciate it. But until the next time, I see you, Tutu Thing Thing. Until the next time, I offer you guys peace. Peace, 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 peace. And blessings from the West Side. All right, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.